bro.
Meek Mill has to be the voice. He has to lead the cause.
Right?
Get up!
That's crazy.
Get up for real, man. Get off of that bed with that guy.
Also 10 out of 10.
Whoa. They're going to in the comments today. Yo, take his out your mouth, guys. Calm down, Glazers. Here's the thing with the whole chain thing, but
the chain is crazy though. The chain is crazy.
Like this is new.
Yeah, exactly.
That the chain is out there, right? So I don't know, man. Like I think Rick Ross's people are going to be like, oh,
someone has to fend it.
We love hip hop.
That's some real Canadian shit, some Tim Hortons right there. Can I ask you all before we even get into the pod? Did y'all see the boy Jordan, Marcus Jordan? I was about to say Michael Jordan. Marcus Jordan. Did you see this?
Oh, he was skiing it. Yeah. Oh my. Nah, that is crazy, bro.
He's got the eggs. Is that eggs right there in his bowl?
Yeah, so this is prime breakfast.
Yeah, he's in Paris. In this thing, he's supposed to be in Paris, or he is in Paris. He's out in the open at I don't know, some mixer or some morning breakfast thing.
But yo, who does during breakfast? Like, what a rookie, bro.
Wait. Okay, as I'm lighting my split.
Like, yo, you're not hungry.
I don't know,
no,
man.
but that's different. Like, your appetite on it's like super affected.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna say like when I wake up, the wake and bake is kind of like imminent. You know what I mean? Like every morning I do the wake and bake. So I can imagine for him, like
wake and shake.
Yeah, literally, you know, you get your eggs, your oatmeal, you know what I mean? Some OJ, and then like a couple.
Get a line or two.
Yep, you're lit.
But do you guys ball up with like the food in front of you, or do you ball up and then eat the food separately? Like right now, to me, this is like almost like a conflict of interest. It's like you're undermining what you're trying to get from the and like you're not going to be able to enjoy the food as much because your
like,
appetite is affected. Yeah, like that just doesn't seem right. Like
it's like when certain food is touching when it's not supposed to be touching. No, I know what you mean. Still, like the proximity from the to the food is way too close.
Yeah, like
I don't know, man.
But then he's balling up too, so maybe that balance is.
Oh yeah, he is smoking in this one
right
too.
after that. He's balling up.
That's a crazy combination.
He's smart because he's trying to eat, because he's trying to enjoy his food.
Okay, so let's do a play-by-play. He probably ate some food because look, some of this watermelon in the front is already mad.
Yeah, I think he woke up and went like, yeah, you want the electrolytes. He's like, you know what? Okay, let's start with the watermelon.
Then he took a line, or he took a bump right there because he's got his specialized spoon. It's not just off of and I'm just going off of what I've seen in the clubs and stuff like that. Because I used to see in the house music clubs, people used to put it on their knuckle and do the knuckle bump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not a barbarian. He's got a nice specialized spoon.
I didn't know regular dollar bill.
No. He's not some kind of peasant, right?
Shout out to his enabler homies just chilling there.
Okay, even that, right? Before the play-by-play, look at this, how close caption this is, man. 4K right up under the nostril almost. Who did this to him, bro?
Yeah, somebody was at the next table taking these pictures, bro.
Maybe even the same table, man.
He did it to himself, bro. You're outdoors doing, first of all, like that's even fair, ballsy for like a non-celebrity or like any person, let alone like Michael Jordan's son.
I was about to say, like, this does affect Michael Jordan's legacy. Just like looking at Bronny and everything amazing LeBron's sons are doing, and then like looking at all the degeneracy that Michael Jordan's son is doing, it's like,
yeah. And he used to be with Larsa Pippen, but they broke up.
Yeah. Michael Jordan probably had to just cut that. It's like, dude,
what do you mean?
Weren't they getting married?
You can't tell this guy what to do. This man's like 30-something years old, almost 40 years old.
Okay, but his entire life is funded by his airness, bro.
Okay.
So like you no matter what, like if you want to live this lifestyle of cocaine and watermelon on the beach,
cocaine and watermelon,
Cocomelon,
you already know Michael Jordan somehow funded this. I mean, how does Marcus make his money? Do we even know if he has a career, or is he just Michael Jordan's son who just like?
I think he's
chills.
Just at the trust fund baby. Basically, just runs around and just lives life. And you know who my dad is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He goes up to the door. You know who my dad is.
You don't even think he's a little manager at like at Jordan Brand at the company?
No, I don't think he does. I know. Jordan has other kids. They're the ones who are on track. I think Marcus Jordan is the black sheep. He's the one who just like, he can't be tamed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the man was dating Pippin's wife. This guy's unhinged, bro.
Yeah. That's next level delusional.
He's the black sheep of the family, bro. So,
but like, is that a bad thing? Like, that's more on her. Like, yo, he's like a in his his early 20s, and Larsa Pippen, who's like still pretty hot.
Oh, he's in his 30s. He's in his 30s.
Yeah.
That okay.
That is a bad thing because I'm not nowhere near that level. And like, okay, my mother and one of her friends ended up falling out. And this is a woman, like, when I was a kid, I had a crush on her, bro. But like, when my mother and this woman fell out, this woman is trying to holler at me on Facebook. Wow. Oh, let's go to dinner, blah, blah, blah. And yo, I was very tempted, bro. Super tempted. I was going to do it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, nah, this is disrespect to my mom.
That's loyal still.
Can't even disrespect my mom like that.
Good son, bro.
You know what I mean?
I see what you mean.
I was almost there. I'm like, oh, my childhood fantasies are about to come to life. But I'm like, yo, just the fact that I was able to do it kind of satisfied it. You know what I mean? And I was able to kind of shut it down.
Just to know you could.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, that's kind of even better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, man. So, okay. Let's the play-by-play. Like, as if this is the best play-by-play he'll ever get because he don't do no sports, right?
Jordon with the coke.
Right? And then he switches here.
He gets a blunt.
Did somebody pass him the blunt, or is he smoking this to the head?
That's a next level assist.
But he does look much happier.
I know, right?
He does look much happier with the blunt than the you could see there's some type of like
Stressed.
strain. Yeah, he's trying to like make sure like he look how happy he looks with just the blunt. Like maybe this is a good ad for weed over cocaine.
I know, right?
And shout out to watermelons, which are getting a free advertisement here. And there's an assortment of fruit. Yo, like, I don't know. Where is this? Did they say
in Paris? He's in
it's
Paris.
in Paris?
He's just, I don't know if he's at a resort or whatever, but he's completely in the open.
But like, let's give him the
During
benefit
the
of the context. If you're on vacation during the Olympics in Paris, lit, turned up, that's exactly what you're doing at breakfast. You know what I mean? On the resort. You probably had some shotties around, like some 50-year-old.
No, his girl is there.
Oh, his girl's there.
He has a new girl that looks like Larsa Pippen.
Really?
But a younger version.
Okay.
Smart man.
He switched up. 33 years old. There he is, right there. 33 years old, I see there on the caption.
Wow.
Listen,
well, I wonder what type of PR they're gonna do. They even have to do any PR damage control? Like people are still gonna buy the Jordans, bro.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
you know, no one. It's not gonna affect.
Are Jordans still as hot as they used to be though?
Like the Jordans are already on where like they're not the main thing that people are buying anymore.
Yeah.
If this was in the height of when Jordan was still playing, I think this would be more of an issue.
Exactly.
Like we can laugh and joke about this now. And people are the people who posted about it, it's like it's jokingly.
Yeah.
But if this was like the 90s or like early 2000s when Jordan was still playing, people would be going crazy. They'd be trying to cancel Jordan for the actions of his son.
And I feel like now we're kind of desensitized to like the degenerate son. You know, we have like the Hunter Bidens of the world. Like we've seen so much of like the Nepo baby that just turned out to be just a horrible person. It's kind of like back in the day when they would have kings and then just the crown gets passed down just to whoever is the firstborn son. But sometimes the firstborn son is just like the worst human being possible that could ever get it. Like,
yeah, we do like kind of ignore those trust fund babies now. We're like, yo, they're going to be degenerate and rich. Like, it's not going to affect how we feel about their family legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't affect how anyone feels about Michael Jordan. I mean, people already don't really like Michael Jordan as a person, but just respect him as like a great.
Yeah, I feel like the reason people don't like Michael Jordan is not because of his son. It's more so his attitude and personality.
He hates black people. No, I'm joking. He doesn't take pictures with black people.
yeah, he gives that sentiment. You know,
a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, like the Hilton Hotel, no less people were going to the Hilton hotels because Paris Hilton had her coochie out in the limousine.
Yeah, if anything, more people were going over there. You know
what I'm saying? Like all her degeneracy didn't reflect badly on her parents. Like nobody even asked her. Nobody even got any commentary from her parents. Like, well, how do you feel about Paris when she was crashing out? Nobody was like, yo. How do her parents feel about this? People said it, but nobody really cared. You know what I'm saying? Like their stock didn't go down because she was crashing out.
Yo, the only person I can think of whose child kind of ruined their legacy is Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh
yeah. That's the only one. Like, I don't know. Lawrence Fishburne is still like a goated actor, but I just remember when I was like, oh.
You have to be doing porn with the last name Fishburne.
Disrespectful.
As a shotty, like, you can't have the name Fishburne as a shotty doing porn.
She
like,
ruined the name. Maybe if she chose
the jokes just write themselves, you know?
Burn.
It's like, what do you? You have every disease.
No, but even with there's a few kids, and we'll get into it quick fast. There's a few kids of parents, kids of parents who are like famous, who kind of went left. Look at Ghostface, hip hop royalty, all due respect, Ghostface Killer. Y'all ever seen his son/daughter?
Oh,
what?
Shit. No. Even Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade.
And this is to all due respect.
Dwayne Wade's a big one.
To that community. I know we're not trying to ruffle any feathers, but in the hip hop community, I know some of them dads were like, well, goddamn.
You know, exactly.
They lost respect for the actual artist because they're like, dang, this is what's going on behind closed doors.
Show you.
You can't really blame the.
I'll show you images. There's probably some images of Ghostface's son right there.
Oh,
this is Ghostface's
man.
son.
He's pissed.
He's pissed. Okay, with all due respect, because I know like we got some real hip hop heads that are watching. They're just like, no way.
They're always like, would you rather have a gay son or a thought daughter? But like to have both.
Okay, let's start the podcast before we get pissed off too many people. They write themselves, man.
Era of hip hop, more so the crunk era. The beats were mad basic, mad simple, but they're still so hard.
Yeah,
they had the bounce. We need to bring those type of beats back.
I know.
I feel
maybe
like
not.
I feel like it's kind of coming back with the Sexy Red. That's kind of like the 3-6 Mafia type grungy, you know,
simple like chords, simple like
exactly.
Yeah.
No. Salute to back in the days, man. Well, let's get into it. We are Buck is the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most host, Friday Ricky Dread, aka getting ready for the fall, Rick.
Jeez.
AKA I don't know. I got no AKAs today. We back at it, episode 496. Like I said, B3 Studios. Dusty Wallace is out for the week. I'll let y'all know in a second, but we have DJ extraordinaire. Actually, 2 DJs in the building today.
I was like, who's he talking about?
the wedding DJ.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You might see him behind the boards at the weddings spinning your favorite ABBA songs.
You know what I'm saying? A little dancing queen,
You know
a little gimme in there.
Mixing it in with a nice little Bone Crusher, maybe some T.I. Okay.
Maybe one T.I. song.
We have DJ Czar in the motherfucker.
Back at it like a couple crack addicts, boys. How's it going? Yo, I have AKA for you.
Talk to me.
So Friday in Arabic is Juma. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's when like a lot of Muslims, like that's their prayer date. Like that's their like Sunday equivalent.
Okay.
So Juma might be, you know what I'm saying? That could be a little nickname. But yeah, man.
AKA
back.
Juma.
AKA Juma. Yo, we're back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just been gigging, you know, and just got a little haircut today, even though I'm bald, but I still get haircuts. You know how it is.
The bald fade.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, let's get into it. Who else we got today, though?
We got, also, you might see him at the dance hall, you know, walking up on a thing while spinning on the DJ.
I've witnessed that. I've witnessed this guy do that. He didn't even do that. He was working and it happened to him. You know what I'm saying?
Multitasker, you know what I'm saying? Multitasker extraordinaire, sound mind extraordinaire, TikTok star extraordinaire, DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building.
Every time someone says, "Oh, TikTok star," I just kind of like cringe a little bit because in dancehall, like every time someone says TikTok, it refers to like a girl whited. So it's like, "Oh, you're a star of the TikTok." Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? You already know most Baro DJ on TikTok.
Talk to them.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Shout out to Dusty Wallace.
No,
you know
salute,
what I mean?
Salute. So quick, fast, and thanks. All y'all coming through. You know what I'm saying? Dusty Wallace. This week, I mentioned on the live, he was in the hospital.
Oh wow!
He hit me up. I was driving. He hit me up on FaceTime or on WhatsApp FaceTime, and he was like in a hospital room.
Oh wow!
I'm like, bro, walk on. I don't know. He had some issues, I guess, with his kidneys and stuff like that. He was in the hospital for like the whole week, so he's out now. Okay, so for everybody, he's home now. He's out the hospital.
Glad to hear.
What I'm saying? He's resting up. I went to go see him yesterday. He looks good, but like pause. But I told him like take a rest, bro. He was ready to come through. He was like, yo, I'm gonna come in pod. I'm just gonna take it easy. I said, no, come through. Like take it easy, rest up, come through next week when you're rested up and you know how the medication is gonna react with you and shit like that. Because I don't want him to come in here, get hyped up on a topic, and the next thing you know, like the man drop out. Like, I can't have that on my conscience, man. But he'll be back next week. You know what I mean? But big salute to Dusty Wallace. Rest up. He'll be back at it, like doing what we do.
Prayers up for the scary Potter. You know what I'm saying?
Before we get into it, I want to give a quick salute to the sponsors. Salute to the sponsors. Big salute to Diamond Club. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada, if you need any of the loudest of the loud. Okay. Edibles, tinctures, anything you need. Once again, Diamond Club _Canada. You can use the code We Love Hip Hop if you want to get a little discount. You heard me. And if you need some of that grabber, where put the grabber? Yeah, thank you. Actually, you can hold it. we got DJ Zara over here doing the Vanna White work. Right? Steaming Hot Grabber. Hit them up if you want some of that grabber. Delivery all across the GTA. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steaming Hot Grabber. And you could also use the code We Love Hip Hop. By this time, I already have done the event over in London. I'm going to be leaving right after I do this episode here to go make my journey over to London. But, salute to all that. We don't have to mention that now at this point. Let's get because it's gonna be already in the past, right? It was an amazing event. Like I held it down on the stage. It was crazy. It was crazy. I had the crowd going wild. But let's get into the topics, man. Because listen, I don't know if y'all see the list of topics I have here, man. I could not stop writing down topics, bro. There's a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's start with this Drake stuff. Actually, wrong page. I'm looking at the wrong page. My bad. This page right here. Okay. Y'all want to start with Young Miami. There's the thoughts on the 100 gigs thing. There's Vybz Kartel here. Icarus. You got something new. Young Lava. I got a lot of topics. Top 5. I got some inside information on that I'll bring up later. DJ is giving a whole bunch of people HIV in the States.
Oh, in the States?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the one here.
That happened here too. But so which one y'all want to start with?
I'm okay. Wait, does that say Vybz Kartel Graves' disease? So
yes.
I don't have my actual glasses.
Yes.
What do you mean? What is Graves' disease?
So Vybz Kartel, for the people who've been following since his coming home and stuff like that, he's been posting on Instagram regularly. One of the last posts I seen, he said he was getting ready to. He was just coming back from the gym and trying to get himself back into shape and stuff like that, right? And everybody's been concerned about his health. I don't know if you've been seeing those things, like people saying, like, what's up with Vybz Kartel? He's a clone, all these different things they're saying because they're seeing like his face is paused.
He's bloated. Yeah, he looks very fat.
He looks different and he sounds different.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very
he sounds
noticeable.
Different?
Yeah, he sounds different.
So he has Graves' disease from what I've been hearing. You know what I'm saying? I'll just pull up some Vybz Kartel stuff just so y'all can.
Wait, he sounds different?
Yeah, exactly.
But hasn't he been releasing music this whole time while he was there?
Yes.
Or was that even him?
Like this is what he looks like right now, right? Like his face is extremely puffy, right? And some people were thinking that maybe he was in jail just like putting on pounds and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Which is possible too. Yeah. That happens. But a lot of times people think when they think of people going to jail, they think of them coming back out brolic and super worked out. But from what I've been hearing, I think he has Graves' disease.
Yeah, and that's like American jails where you have the facilities to really rehabilitate, you know what I mean? Like where he was, especially like he did an interview with Fox one time and like he showed his cell and stuff and like it was not looking nice. And he did try to make an appeal, trying to say like, hey, I have this disease. Would you release me so I could get some treatment?
Yeah.
But the Jamaican government, you know what I mean? They thought he was trying to finesse the system. They're really trying to teach him a lesson. So they're like, no, you have to stay where you're there. You can't leave for no reason, you know what I mean? So it just got worse and worse. So now that he's out, hopefully he could start getting the treatment that he needs.
Yes. Because like you just mentioned, he did mention this while he was in prison.
Exactly.
They gave no fucks, right?
So people been knowing.
Yeah. So it says here it's an autoimmune disorder during the time, and you mentioned what you just said, right? It's an overproduction of thyroid hormone, right? And I've heard women talk about this as well, like when they have too much thyroids and then, like it makes them bloat out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's having an overproduction of the thyroid hormone, which in turn is probably what's making him bloat out like that. So yeah, he could work out all he wants. That might not help.
Exactly.
He needs to cut the carbs. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even joking. Like if he straight up cuts carbs, people like battle a lot of autoimmune disorders with like keto diets or like just eating steaks, like because a lot of like yeast and wheat and all that stuff, it has like bacteria and like that.
So no more rest in peace, eh?
Not for Vybz.
No,
I don't
that's a wrap.
He needs to chill. He could just go straight up, just like I guess just straight up oxtail, straight up jerk chicken.
Well, that's the thing, you know.
It is boring though without carbs.
No, we can't just. It's not that boring because oxtail got bare gravy on it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah,
it is.
A little bit too exciting for your heart and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We've been conditioned to eat food like, you know, with me, I've been on my workout regimen trying to get back in shape, eating better and stuff like that. But part of eating better is me not going to the Caribbean spot every day to get my food. With all, and I'm a Bajan man. I love Caribbean food, but I can't love it enough to have it every day, or I'm gonna blow it out, bro.
Yeah.
Even if I'm just eating just the meat alone, pause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be either fried chicken, maybe the jerk chicken I can get away with, just eating just bare jerk chicken.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's just on a grill. You know what I'm saying? There's not a bunch of gravy on it.
Exactly. But I was about to say, most of the soul food in the Black community is like really damaging to your health. You know what I mean? A lot of grease, a lot of salt, a lot of oil, just a lot of the stuff you don't want in your body.
But it tastes so good.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
That's what makes it good. You know what I'm saying? Like the amount of sugar.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen my mom put brown sugar on the bottom of the pan and then put oil. And I'm like, at the time, I didn't think of it, but now in hindsight, I'm like,
damn,
the base is sugar and butter and whatever, and then we're gonna start adding the food on top and cook the food in it and use lard to cook the food and like,
yeah, that's crazy,
bro. Like you're cooking in fat, man.
But surprisingly, like you don't really see that reflected in Caribbean people. Like Caribbean people, by average, obviously there's fat people everywhere, but like the average Caribbean person I meet is like, usually they're naturally just like shredded. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like it reflects. And I was gonna ask because I was gonna say, what culture do you feel like has the healthiest cuisine? If you guys are saying Caribbean or Black soul food, it's like not healthy. What cuisine do you feel like?
Well, I would say,
good and like
based on my experience, I would say like the real Rastas who keep it ital. You know what I mean? I would say they have a phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal health regime. You know what I mean? Because like they really prioritize the health and they're not into none of the grease, oil.
Yeah, it's like they're just eating squash,
like
raw squash
from the earth. You know what I mean? As Jah intended.
Yeah. As far as inside of the Black community or the diaspora, it's hard to say because like even when I've eaten African food, like Ghanaian food and stuff like that. Jollof rice, like
it's heavy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The chicken that I've eaten, it's amazing, but there's a lot of gravy and stuff on it. All of that stuff, it's the gravy and stuff. It's not I don't want to get into a nutrition show, but like it's not the meat itself. It's when you add all the extra shit on it, man.
The flavors.
You know what I'm saying? And even with Vybz, like he just came home. I'm sure he probably was trying to eat as good as he could as soon as he touched it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like. He probably went to, not even had to go to any spots. They probably were cooking for him crazy when he got home. Yeah. Like he probably came home to a friggin' feast.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But to have that nutrition in jail is different. Because even when I went to jail, even though it was only for a week, I was vegan at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to show them like, yo, I could only I could only consume certain things, blah, blah, blah. They're not hearing it, you know what I mean? So the first day I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna fast. Cause them times I was really on my meditation, my spirituality, you know? So then eventually when they seen that, like I wasn't consuming none of then eventually they fixed up. But I'm just like, yo, to get what you need in there is very difficult. So I can imagine in Jamaica where it's completely corrupt and shit, you know? Like,
I'll tell you from somebody who's like, I've done a little stretch of time, right? What they end up doing is they carb you the hell up. If you don't make it a concerted effort to work out in jail, you will puff up.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, because they're giving you bread with everything. Because bread is something that, you know, fills you very easily and for cheap. So for every meal that you get, breakfast, lunch, and supper, there's an option of like not an option, but like you get a stack of bread. You know what I'm saying? There's bread all the time. And that's what I noticed throughout my whole incarceration. They try to bread you up, man. You have to literally start saying, you know what? I don't want to eat the bread. I'm going to just have other parts of whatever the food that I'm getting.
Exactly.
But if you just indulge in the bread itself just to fill you up type shit, you will get fat. And I started working out in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was running around with like garbage bags on me. I was doing all types of shit to try to like cut weight. And then I started trying to eat better because if you just indulge, sit around, eat what they give you, you will get fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They're not trying to starve you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're not also trying to give you gourmet neither. So here's some bread, man. But full up.
I wonder if it's the amount of calories that they're giving you with the breads and stuff, or is it like because you're stationary a lot of the day, like you're not burning that energy?
You're stationary mad part of the day.
Yeah. That's where you can only get sunlight like 1 hour a week.
Yeah.
Type thing. So you don't even get to go outside and really... You know what I mean? When you're exercising in the same place that you're consuming the television, the same place you're socializing. It's kind of like dehumanizing, you know what I mean? You don't even get the energy to like want to
motivating.
You're not doing push-ups in there every day type?
Well, that's the thing. Like you have to make that concerted effort. Like, yo, I'm going to spend my time like bettering myself, bettering my body. And a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of... Not as much people do it as people think.
Yeah, I thought like everyone would do it because if you're just in your room all day, like...
No, you're not in your room all day. You're like out on the range. For example, let's say for people who are still waiting to go to the pen or something like that. You're in a place where you're on the range all day. You could just be sitting around playing cards, talking shit, hanging out, sit on the phone, not even think of working out. And a lot of people are on that. I've been around on range with guys who didn't work out one day the whole time they were there. You know what I'm saying? But they're all in their 20s. Their metabolism is still running. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's say you start getting into your older age and you're just sitting around doing nothing.
Exactly.
Like when I was in jail, I was in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I can't afford for my body to debilitate all of a sudden just from sitting around and just doing nothing.
Exactly.
And also, working out helps your mind, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But listen, man, salute to Vybz Kartel. Now that he's home, at least he can get the medical attention that he needs so that he can address the Graves' disease. Graves' disease is very serious. Like people end up like having a shit in the bag and all type of stuff off of that. Yes. I know a man. I knew a man who actually I even did time with at one point, and he had Graves' disease. And when I bumped into him on road, he actually lost mad weight because he was ending up having to like walk around with a shit bag.
Oh, wow. And yeah, because it's connected, I'm not sure how exactly, but it's connected to so many main parts of your body where like when that starts to fail, so many different things shut down, you know?
Yeah. So
it's unfortunate.
Pray for Vybz, man. I got here on the list here, this young Miami speaks out on the Diddy thing here. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Yeah. She did an episode of Carisha Please, which is her podcast that she just does whenever she wants. Right?
Yeah.
But even with that's on Revolt, which was owned by Diddy.
Yeah.
And since the whole Diddy controversy started going on, you didn't hear nothing from Young Miami.
Yep.
Really, like they shouldn't do one episode of the podcast. Like,
Yeah, she had to sit down with her lawyers, make sure everything was good, talk to the FBI, clear herself of anything, and then it's like, all right, now I have to clear myself publicly. Because, the public fodder is kind of where most of the attention was.
Yeah. So she did an episode. She did a reverse thing with her episode, and she got Saucy Santana to come through.
Oh, God.
Be the host interviewing her.
On her own show?
On her own show.
That is wild.
Right, so I'll play a little clip
That's
of
like
it.
me getting you to interview me. It's like, what?
It's not a bad idea. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Where I got my homie Big Tweez to
the
come
bald
through.
dude, right? When he was asking about Gutsy. That was on We Love Hip Hop though.
That was on We Love Hip Hop. That was another thing. I had somebody, my homie Big Tweez, interview me years ago. He wasn't even on camera. He did it kind of Vlad style, and he just went through my life story.
I guess okay. So then, how does the whole Empire era kick in?
That was from seeing those guys on road all the time.
Okay.
They used to stand up on Young Street in front of fucking Levi's.
Okay, so let's just preface this because you then go on to manage Empire.
Yes, eventually.
You were kind of like part of the crew, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On my network.
Oh,
that's dope though. That's dope for your people to like understand your journey.
So he interviewed me on the platform. So people do it. It's a good idea, but like for her to be able to get her shit off, it was a cool idea.
Why do you think that you are so heavily involved in everything? Like everything that comes out about him, like you said, it's automatically, well, what you think? Mm-hmm. Well, how you feel? What you got to say?
Because people feel like I was Diddy's biggest cheerleader and I made him my brand. And I feel like Diddy was on brand for me. I got with Diddy and brought him into my life. I had him in the office.
That's cap.
I was still doing Richard Roulette in the split. All right on. Ari slap on my ass. I ain't never think I was bigger than the program. I was still on my City World shit. I was still doing remixes. Don't play with it.
I was Gucci Mane.
Mane.
First impression.
I was still working. City Girls was on tour with Jack Harlow. We had at bad, Diddy came to me with Diddy when the world was celebrating him and giving him his flowers while he was alive. Mm-hmm. Like he was getting the Global Icon Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Key to the City. He had a new album that was coming out. So I was celebrating him with the world. And I just feel like everybody trying to crucify me for it. Like, you was his biggest advocate. You was his cheerleader, but I was just celebrating when the world was celebrating him.
We love hip hop.
So why am I being crucified or why am I being separated?
Yeah.
You don't know why we're targeting you about this?
Saying him, it was love. The frequency is high. We used to laugh because I was like, it's always, what's up, queen?
Yes.
So I just felt like I met him like in a whole new era and that wasn't my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Saucy Santana throws me off, man.
No, facts.
She does throw me off.
What? It's not.
Because
hold on. Saucy Santana's a man.
That's a dude?
You never knew Saucy Santana was
I don't know who Saucy Santana is until right now.
Bro, what's your radar, fam? You can't read that?
That's a whole man. It's not, and I'm not misgendering him, right?
Yeah, he still identifies as a man, right?
He still completely identifies as a man.
But he's like transitioning, obviously.
No,
right?
he just has a BBL.
He's just a drag. Yeah, he's just a drag. Oh my
He's
God.
Not even a drag, fam.
I don't know.
He has a beard.
I feel like because my glass, I didn't see a beard.
His beard is like pretty on point too, fam.
I said I didn't see the beard. That's
the most well-cut beard in the game. Right?
That's a laser lined up.
Yes, look how perfect the man's lineup is, fam. Like his hair, his hair is just like any of the man them, bro.
Yeah, that's
he gets a regular lineup like the man them. His beard is like the man them, but he has a BBL. I don't know if he. I don't know why this is so crazy explaining this.
We should even just cut this part out.
This is the real House of the Dragon, bro.
We're in a simulation.
Speak on something that wasn't my experience, and I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience.
So with you being, I feel like a survivor of
you don't think
domestic
he sounds
violence.
like a chick?
He never hit you.
He sounds like a dude trying to sound like a chick. Yeah.
I didn't see the beard and I heard the voice. I was like,
if it was just an audio, you thought it was two women talking.
I thought it was just a fat lesbian.
So wild.
In a relationship, he was never violent. It was that something that you had to tolerate, or that wasn't a part of, because I feel like that's the biggest thing to him right now is, what he going through in these lawsuits and, that video that came out. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people are wondering, was that your experience? And I know personally that you've been through domestic violence before, and I don't think that's something that you've grown from and that you don't tolerate.
I've been through domestic violence in 2 relationships. And
why didn't you speak?
Funny, take it to a whole nother level, because I feel like, I won't say nobody wasn't drinking Deleon, but
nobody wasn't drinking Deleon.
Anyways, so she goes into how she used to be a big endorser of Deleon, and she helped him get him some money too. Anyhow, here's the thing what I don't like about Young Miami, and salute to academics on this post, but he also pointed out, and I also remember, that she was going crazy when Diddy's ex was talking about getting beat up by him back in the days.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about Kim Porter. I'm talking about the Asian one that was on the radio show. She was talking about how the man was punching her on the side of her head and Ray Tay, like really going off on her. And then she went off on Twitter dissing the girl.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, saying like, yo, I could have you over here eating my poom poom and all that.
Oh, yes, I remember that. I remember that.
So, she can't be like, oh, listen, I didn't even know about any of his domestic violence. No, fam, you knew about it and you dissed the girl. You victim shamed the girl for getting domestic violence from Diddy. So you can't be like, oh, listen, man, I don't know now.
I feel like she was completely delusional through this whole interview, because she's talking about, I was working on my City Girl thing the whole time, and me and Diddy, I was just something on the side, and blah. She completely disregarded her main career to be Diddy's toilet, basically. Because she even came out saying, "Oh yeah, he pees on me," blah blah, this next shit.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Like even when she was doing her interview with the Breakfast Club, that was supposed to be promoting her album, she's there promoting Deleon as she's saying in this interview. So she completely neglected her main career to promote Deleon and Diddy, and now that completely backfired. You put all your eggs in the wrong basket.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to, oh, no. And this is something that women could always get away with. They could just cry, play the victim, and then all of a sudden, the man goes to jail and she gets away scot-free. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think what do you call that? Not an accomplice, but I think she was a witness to some of the wild freak off shit.
No, exactly.
She says she likes getting peed on. So you're telling me that she's not going to partake in any of the freak offs?
Yeah, exactly.
She definitely does partake, especially because Diddy likes the group kind of activities, and she's probably like one of his, right on the side.
If we had Cassie Googling big dick niggas, what do you think he had Young Miami Googling?
I know.
Imagine what her search history is looking like.
Somebody get her phone. She erased all that shit already. Let me get rid of all of my search history. She should have got rid of those tweets too, though.
Yeah.
This and the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because when she was in the mix with Diddy, she felt so good. She was so off the high of being with this billionaire guy that any other girl that tried test, she's talking shit about. You know what I'm saying? But these girls that are talking shit about Diddy are saying, yo, he beat me up, fam.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't diss me because like your man beat me up.
Yeah, exactly.
What I will say about Young Miami is even if she got beat up by Diddy, it doesn't seem like she would like come out and like join the protest or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not gonna join the witch hunt.
Not yet.
So? She'll like stay quiet about it. Maybe if her career gets really, really bad or like she has to turn like 100% victim, she'll have to like file that domestic suit. But I don't think she's going to be a part of the witch hunt because she has like that loyalty to Diddy for whatever
the clip
he put her
cuts
on.
off, but when they're talking about domestic, she kind of says that she didn't experience it with Diddy, but she doesn't 100% shut it down. So I feel like she was leaving the window open in case she needs to kind of like step out there and say, oh yes, I'm completely a victim too.
Yeah.
Hey Cassie, I'm with there, right with you, sister.
You know, I have a theory on this thing. I think she might not be lying. I think Diddy might have beat up every other girl that he was with. And he just was like, just because of just the way all of the stars were lining up with her being signed, she's signed to QC, right? So she got some thug niggas behind her, Atlanta niggas, you know what I'm saying? There was just too many things in place that if it was found out that he's beating up Young Miami, there's too much repercussions.
I don't think he was beating her up, but he definitely boxed, you know, a little slap here and there.
I don't even think so, man. I think he knows. It's like the saying goes, like Caribbean people know it's this saying, "Duppy know who for frighten."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know who to play with. Okay, I can do this with this girl. Like he had the other chick there. Yeah, I can beat her up, punch her on the side of the head. Yeah. She might have came out later on and said it, but during the whole time when she was with him, she held it down. This one here though, she's too much act out, act bad, or whatever. You put your hands on her, she gonna go run and tell everybody. You know what I'm saying?
He could do that to like Lil Rod and them niggas pause.
But like you even like yell at her too much, she's keeping that in the vault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like Diddy probably seen her energy and he was like, okay,
and she probably be shooting niggas too.
Shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Or get some crazy nigga to come through one day, he's thinking he's smashing and everything's all good, and a nigga comes through and shoots him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just because he's seen the hood in her like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is not Diddy's usual MO of chick.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like this young, out there,
extroverted,
exactly, super extroverted. I know niggas, like type shit. Like,
and he was in his love era too, so maybe he was really trying to embody that. You know, even with his current relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's probably still doing the freak house, but not really like
she got lucky. And she got skipped by a generation, basically, of girlfriend.
Is he still under FBI investigation? Like, what's going on with the Diddy situation? It kind of like fell off the radar a little bit, but like
a little bit. But yeah, apparently there's supposed to be like indictments coming down soon. But like they have to do something with it because they're gonna look crazy if nothing comes from this. You know,
I don't think anything's coming, bro. Like, think about how long ago this whole thing started, right? This whole Diddy thing. It's like a year old now almost, fam.
Wow.
When you really think about when the first inklings, what was the first thing that came out? It was the Cassie lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
Before the video. The video came out like 4 or 5 months later. Think about that.
So like this fall would be a year.
This is what I'm talking about. Like,
what the heck?
If you haven't arrested this man in a year, I don't think you're coming to. Listen, I could be wrong. I'm glad being wrong and stand corrected. But if you haven't arrested this man in a year, you ain't gonna arrest this nigga.
But I don't think they're targeting Diddy. I think they're targeting the entire cabal, and they're trying to highlight certain powerful executives who are affiliated with Diddy's escapades. Because Diddy is not like the mastermind behind this. I think Diddy was put in this like system that's already kind of been like they're like, yo, you're gonna be like the Jeff Epstein, but for hip hop. So you got to do this, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? Maybe Young Miami was like the Gazelle. What's her name?
Giselle Maxwell.
Yeah, maybe she was like a Giselle where she's like assisting in these like
maybe. I feel like with this whole witch hunt, or not even a witch hunt, because Diddy did do some wild shit, like it was on video, right? But besides that, a witch hunt started happening. Too many lawsuits mucky up the thing.
It's true.
You have to stay focused on the goal. If you want to get him for some dirtbag shit, if you want to get him for some DV, you know what I'm saying? Do that. But when Lil Rod comes out and this next person comes out and their lawsuits can get beat if they, you know, or you can poke holes in their lawsuits, it doesn't make it as strong on Diddy.
And then now they're trying to introduce this whole Tupac angle as well.
The tinfoil starts to come out. It makes it seem like, all right, is he guilty? What is he actually guilty of? Let's get that in the frame and stay on that. You know what I'm saying?
But as you know, like in court, like they're gonna try to charge you with as many things as possible to kind of like cast a wider net, you know? So maybe they are trying to bring in the Tupac thing because he was mentioned in the Tupac case, right?
Yeah. And also, I feel like a year is still like a relatively short time, especially when it comes to like federal You know what I mean?
Investigations.
Like them type of niggas, they be taking their time and they wait until they have all their ducks in order to really put the hammer down, you know?
Yes and no, because they already went to the crib. Remember, they raided his crib.
Yeah. And didn't they arrest his son?
They arrested his son. They let him go. His son made a rap about it. Said
He's like, finally, I got arrested.
Yeah, they said they had the shit at the other house. He even said, and he's ratting on himself in the raps.
Yeah.
And like, but no charges came down after King Combs dropped his bars. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they really have something to arrest Diddy on. He already gave Cassie her money.
Yeah.
Right? And the video came out to made him look way worse, but he already paid for that.
Yeah, legally, yeah.
Right?
They settled that, yeah.
So what are they actually trying to get Diddy on at this point? Being nasty? It's not illegal to be nasty.
Perhaps they could do like a domestic violence case with other women. There's also that shooting. Remember, he shot that girl at the club?
Allegedly,
for sure. And I think it will be more of like the sexual blackmail of like influential people. I think if they're able to prove that he has some sort of system in place where like he compromises powerful individuals, but at the same time, like
that's
how
a RICO. You need a RICO
that?
to do that.
Yeah, and that's a bigger.
And then that
case.
means everybody else has to get exposed.
Yeah,
for them to be able to bring Diddy to justice for those type of charges, like extortion, basically.
Yeah, extortion. Yeah, you'd have to have other people who have been extorted by Diddy in the case.
Yes,
because it's like you don't have anyone to blame. Then it's like, no, he didn't do that.
So then that would make it now, if really want to bring those charges up, all of the people who have been super famous who don't want maybe their business out there, they might have got on their knees or whatever, their batis burning, like Dusty says, right? And now they're super up, but that's gonna have to come out in the case if we want justice, right? Meek Mill, all these people that they try to make jokes about. If any of those things are actually true, if we need to bring Diddy to justice, then those people are going to have to come out, bro.
Meek Mill has to be the voice. He has to lead the cause.
Right?
Get up!
That's crazy.
Get up for real, man. Get off of that bed with that guy. You know what I'm saying? Diddy's filming you.
I don't think Meek Mill would ever do that.
There's a lot of people, because this is a conspiracy that Diddy has a bunch of videos and things over people's heads, right? So for people to really want to do that, it's not just Meek Mill. There's a lot of other people who ain't going to want to be like, all right, well, there was that one time. Right?
I'm not saying Meek Mill did, but why do you think Meek Mill would never, ever do something like that?
I think to permanently tarnish his legacy, even though his legacy is already like iffy at this point, but like, I just think it would totally ruin everything he's worked for.
If you look at a guy like Terry Crews, would you think he would be somebody that would take it up, that would have his body burning? Pause.
Yes.
I would say no, but like I know that like I know he's been like assaulted by like male executives. I didn't know.
Yeah, he said the dude grabbed his balls at a gala or something.
Like a very powerful
next to his
individual.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what he's on that?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
you wouldn't think.
When the news came out, everyone's thinking like, "Oh, Terry Crews, how could he be sexually assaulted? Look how jacked he is. Look, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
So I feel like, yes, there are people who are like mentally strong that will not take that, but a lot of people, once you see the millions, once you see the contract, once you get to that doorway, for a lot of people, it's hard to say no to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what would Meek Mill even say? I'm pretty sure he had like a consensual relationship with Diddy if they had anything. Like I don't think he got like assaulted.
Meek, man. Poor Meek. He's had such a hard year. We're using him as a case study to be like, what if Diddy is doing some wild shit? Let's use Meek Mill as an example. Poor Meek, man. What has he done? Like you asked, what has he done to be put as the example? Is it all these videos of him with his arm around, like, because remember when this first thing all burst out, right? Pause. The lawsuit came out. What lawsuit put Meek Mill in it?
It was the Little Rod.
It was the Little Rod, right?
Little Rod was the only man brave enough to stand up to Diddy.
But his lawsuit looked frivolous in the end of the day. But for some reason, no matter how frivolous his lawsuit was, the Meek Mill thing stuck. Why?
It's
bro?
because Meek Mill, he's shown a lot. He put a light on it, like that was so bright. Usher was mentioned as well, but Usher let that
he's
breeze on by.
Let it burn.
But he's like he popped up in Bali with Russell Simmons and everything, and he still skated like
crazy
being in that lawsuit. Meek Mill, we focused on him for literally a month, dog.
Now, to this day, I'm still convinced they had a relationship. And Usher, for some reason, that never connected in my mind. Like, even though Usher was mentioned in the Lil Rod thing, like, I don't know. Usher's music is just too timeless.
No, and Meek Mill went on like that Twitter storm.
Yes, that's what it was.
I'm not gay. Guys, please believe me. I'm not gay. How could I prove to you that I'm not gay? Hey, here's receipt. I'm just like, dude.
I'll even run red lights for the pussy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, real relax.
That's what it was. No, we found it. We got to the bottom of the case. It was the tweets, man.
It was the tweets. It was self-sabotage. He also had that video of him in the swimming pool and Diddy being
French
like,
fries.
calling him daddy.
Yeah.
And then they had the video of like Meek Mill singing and him and Diddy were matching. I don't know. Do you remember that? Where he was like
with a little person. There was a picture of them matching, and they had a little guy in between them.
And then when Meek Mill was singing, and Diddy was like looking in his eyes. And shit.
Like it wasn't the type of look you give your homie. It's the type of look you give your shorty. You know exactly.
Man. Okay, let's get off of this Diddy shit, man. But listen,
pause.
I know, right? No Diddy. Salute to the Young Miami, I guess.
No Diddy.
Does she get a salute before we get off of this?
She gets a salute because like she's kind of hot, but like I don't know about her affiliation with Diddy. Might not salute that, but
JT gets a salute for me because she stayed 10 toes in her career. She obviously has a passion for music. You know what I mean? She realized, okay, I can't do the stadiums, I can't do the worldwide tour, but let me just stick to, the 2000 venue, you know what I mean? Build up my catalog. She has her tune right now, okay.
Yeah,
so I want to applaud that,
No, salute to JT. Give JT a round of applause right there.
Right, bit.
But yeah, salute to Young Miami, I guess. Keep doing your thing. If she's one last thing I want to ask, because I don't want to stay on this like friggin' shade room bullshit. Is she capping or is she not?
In regards to
her not knowing about this whole Diddy being abusive stuff.
Cap.
Think it's cap?
I think she's been a part of Diddy's inner circle. So to act naive or ignorant about what he does or his characteristics or whatever, I think this is clearly a PR move. She literally brought whatever that guy, girl, whatever.
Saucy.
Yeah. Like so she could say what she said. You know what I'm saying? She's literally, I have to clear my own name.
Softball questions type shit.
So cap.
Nacho?
Yeah, I think it's cap as well. Obviously, I can't prove it in any way, but like as Zara said, like you're way too close to just say, "Oh, I had no idea what was going on." Like from you're affiliated, you're affiliated. Like it's just too bad. Like
I say a light cap. I don't think it's complete cap, but there's a light cap going on.
Exactly.
There. You know what I'm saying? A little baseball cap, the one with the mesh in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Little Bass Pro Shop.
The common cap like that niggas used to wear in the 40s and 50s and shit, but like the little rim and stuff.
Yeah. Not a complete cap, but like a little bit of cap on there. What are y'all thoughts on the 100 gigs release?
Yes.
You like everything on there?
I'm happy that this happened. Natural and I sort of discovered this around this. I think we were chilling, and then Blue, Green, Red. Like, no, we were watching Ack stream.
We
were watching Ack react to it. And bro, like the songs were good, but Blue, Green, Red to me, that song is great.
You like that song, eh?
That's like the first song in a while that I've been able to play on repeat, and like it's a well-written song. The beat is sick. I can't wait to DJ it.
Let's give people a little bit of it here.
Or just turn up the place instead.
Yo, so okay, this is interesting because there was a song before, the Camila Cabello song.
Yeah.
And he was kind of doing a little bit of like a similar or not similar?
Similar.
And you didn't like, and you were here for this episode.
Yes.
And you did not like that.
I didn't like it.
But you like this.
I want to hate this so bad, bro. In every fiber of my being, I want to dislike this song, bro. Even the corny lines, like, what is it? They were just hanging around. Like, I want to dislike it, but it's very catchy.
Can't
It's
do it.
very like the lines are good. When he's talking about was wanted in London, big man pause. You know what I mean? But like the blue, green, red bar that was like dope. Like everything about this song is good. This is what we love from Drake. You know what I mean? This is what we need in the club right now. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for me, bro.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
10 out of 10 from DJ
Perfect. What about you, Zar?
Also 10 out of 10.
Whoa. They're going to kill us in the comments today. Yo, take his dick out your mouth, guys. Calm down, Glazers.
Here's the thing, like the song, it's so diverse. I don't know how to explain it. Like, yo, it has the melody itself. It's like kind of somber. Like it's not like a happy melody. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of dark. The drums, you know, has that. It's pretty fast. It's like 130 BPM or something. So it's like it's pretty upbeat. He does the singing, and it's like his lyrics are very like universal. Like you know, someone write to my mother, tell her the shape that I'm in. Like this is like that's like this is almost like a rock song. You know what I'm saying in terms of like writing. And then he raps, and then he's like, you know, got a shot in London when that Big Ben.
Because when I say
now I watch face like that, dog. What?
Like when I say 10 out of 10 song, I don't mean like this is the best song in history
Of all time. Yeah,
I just mean like for what he's trying to do in this moment of time.
Yeah,
this is like perfect, chef's kiss. You know what I mean?
He hit all the marks.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's the song of August.
Wow,
you heard it here first.
We'll see. But the Habesha things are loving it. I'm on TikTok. Every girl that is in a
hijab,
in a hijab.
I said the Habesha.
Etrian, any girl that's East African, she's loving this tune right now.
Habesha gal, you're my kind. Yo, they're up right now. Still like, yo, whenever Drake mentions a ethnicity of girl, those girls for the next 2 months, that's the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Their Instagrams. Traction is up for that for 2 months straight.
Yo, I
more
really
follows.
Feel like, you know those like at apartment 200.
Yeah.
At apartment 200, when those like
Toronto spot for the people out there.
Yeah, there's like this like archetype of like Habesha girls that come that are like they kind of like dance hall, but it's like mainstream, like not too deep dance hall, but they're very pretty.
Can you guys explain Habesha girls, please?
Yeah, it's like East African, you know what I mean? Like
Ethiopian, Eritrean, like it's the ethnicity of girls.
Yeah.
But within Habesha, there's different like subgroups and stuff. Like Amada, like the ones he was Tigray, like there's different types. He shouted some out.
In general, they're very beautiful. And like a lot of them, you know, very shapely. The only, I would say, like red flag with them is like they have bear brothers and their brothers be pirates. You know what I mean? Their brothers be real goodies, so you have to be kind of careful.
That's more like Molly's. Like I'm not even trying to diss the Molly shots, but like no Habesha dudes. Like I don't know, you don't see too many of them out here the same way you see the Mollies. But I will say, I thought you were gonna say the forehead thing. You're like the only thing is,
the forehead's
but but those type of girls, those pretty Habesha girls that you see at a part, that is who Drake made this song for. Like, and when you're at 130 BPM, because eventually you're gonna get up there. You can't stay in the hundreds for too long, you know. And when you speed it up, but it's also like a chill vibe.
Yeah.
It's just, I cannot wait to DJ this song or be somewhere when they DJ and see the reaction, because I might just be like boosting, you know what I'm saying? What did you think of the song?
I think the song was fire. I liked the song in general. It's not my favorite out of the three, but I like how you guys are describing it because you guys are DJs. So you can see the functionality of the song, right? Besides liking the song, you guys can already envision what it's going to do. And you've already, you know, seen some evidence of what it's already doing.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm not agreeing based on what you guys. I'm on like 10 out of 10. I think it's an amazing song. It's a great song, but like I like the fact that he's hit the check marks.
Exactly.
Where like, you know, the Habesha girls and everybody's gonna be like, yo, this is my shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what he's supposed to do.
I feel like if we're actually rating it, I would probably give it like maybe like a 7.8, 7.9, like all time like music, you know what I'm saying?
No, let's put it on a scale of Drake songs. Let's do it on a scale of Drake songs. Because remember, Drake has enough catalog.
Yeah,
you can compare his old shit or new shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like is it gonna be a top 10 Drake song?
I wouldn't say a top 10 Drake song. I'd say like a top 25. A top 20.
I'll give it top 20. Top 10?
Well, you know what? Let me not do that. That's such a constricting question. Will this be a song that you'll hear him doing at shows later on in the future?
For sure. But is this a song that's going to be relevant in a few years?
Well,
I hope so.
That's what makes those songs that you can do at shows later on, right? Like they have lasting power that now when you go tour, you're like, I can do this song. It's going to work. This song, like, because remember, he has a long ass playlist that he could just choose like 20 songs and do a show.
That must be
I don't
so
think
fun.
so.
Like,
Yeah.
Because he already has One Dance and Controller.
Passion Fruit.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be in that set.
It may be.
I think it would. The reason it would is because I feel like it's a arena song where it's like, you know, the parts where there's no drums and he's like, someone like Write to My Mother. Like I could see people chanting that because the lyrics are easy. And then when the beat drops and he's rapping, then you get to see him rap. So it's like, I think it would be a good song to perform. Will it last the test of time?
I don't see him in 2030, you know, doing his greatest hits. You know what I mean? Saying, all right, drop for blue, green, red.
No,
It
you're right.
depends. It's early.
As
Remember,
of now, yeah.
it's very early.
That is true.
And something I want to say before we even get into the next song. These songs were on his Instagram page or his Finsta that he released, the plot twist page.
Yeah.
And then he got a notification from Universal saying like the song was taken down off of the Instagram. Right? He posted
His
that.
own song.
Yes. Right? It was posted in the stories.
Yeah.
You know, he posted in the stories the notification from Instagram, that like big white notification you get saying, you know, the song was removed or whatever. Same night that he dropped that little clip on his Instagram, the song got released.
That's very interesting.
All 3 songs, right? So
I wonder how it works when you're in a record contract or like you're with a record label. Do they own your unreleased?
well,
You know what I'm saying? Like, do they have some sort of stake in something that like you just cook up randomly?
Anything with your name, the same name that's on the contract, we own that shit. No matter if it's released, unreleased, even if you're thinking about it, nigga, we own that.
like if you want to release it and make money, like you're under a contract. Can we hold something?
Literally.
Say I'm in a record contract. I make a beat and I make a song on my laptop. I didn't release it yet. It's not for an album. I just made it for fun. And then I release it on my story or on my IG.
Right.
Now they can claim some type of ownership because it's being released under my moniker or whatever. Like, I don't know. That's crazy.
No,
Like,
you're all right. It is a little crazy because it wasn't like it was for sale.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember the 100 gigs thing was just a link. You can go, you could listen to the songs. People probably, but the thing is, other people are probably profiting off of it.
Exactly.
oh, so it's like you have to monopolize because you can't have
Yeah.
other people sell your music.
Well, I reacted to it on live stream, and like because the songs were only on Instagram and inside of that website or whatever, I felt more liberty to like listen to it longer. You know, longer. I don't usually react to music on live stream. I don't just go play a song and be like, "What do you guys think of the song?"
Yeah.
Like, no, I know copyright rules.
Exactly.
But because it was like free content, I thought for the people, I played it a little bit longer. Next thing you know, as is getting closer to the release time for these songs, I'm getting copyright notices. Bing, 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 bing. This part of the video, that part of the video, this part of the video. I had to like cut out all the pieces because Universal's coming for their bread, bro.
I have 2 theories. First theory is like, okay, nigga, we gave you $400 million to make music, and you try to give this shit out for free because you're in some tussle with. No. All right, okay, we're releasing these. Everybody fire up the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either that or this was already slated to release. Drake just wanted to kind of check the temperature. So then it's like, all right, we'll let you guys have fun for 24 hours. But after this little time, we're taking this shit down because it's going to release at this exact moment.
Oh, y'all like red and blue green or blue red green, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, that check.
Yep. All right, push the button. We're going.
Lotto got a new album that just dropped. Okay, check. Right?
But do you think he wanted to release this as a project like it is now on Spotify? Or I think that's crazy. So maybe it's kind of like he wanted to release it his own way, but the record company's like, yo, we gave you $400 million.
Yeah.
You think you could just release something? Like, no, we're going to count this as one of your albums.
You ain't Kanye, nigga.
I have a theory.
Let's hear this.
and listen, this with no behind the scenes information, nothing. Okay, I always have to make sure I put that out there because people know behind the scenes and different in front of the scenes. I 40 and different people I've spoken to before, right? So I always want to make sure I clear that up. But I think it was all part of the plan.
Whose plan? God's plan?
God's plan. No, I think it was all part of Drake and the team's plan.
Okay.
Yes, put it out for free. Let the people, like Natural was saying, get a vibe to see if people like the shit, and people did. And he liked all the extra content that was given with it and everything too. People spent hours going through that shit. Okay, let's now act like the song got banned off of, not even act like it will get banned on Instagram because it's going to happen. Algorithms will pick it up and then release the shit.
Yeah, because I don't think you can, and I'm not sure how it is with like Universal and these bigger companies, but to put your music on a DSP, you need some type of notice. Like you can't just do it like there and then instantly it's everywhere and banned. So it's like maybe they already planned the release. I don't know.
There you go.
Exactly.
It's not an immediate process like, okay, upload. All right, it's there.
It's not SoundCloud. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It depends. Like if you're just trying to upload to one DSP, there's ways of like having it almost in real time. But like if you're trying to do to all DSPs and have your shit released, it released at midnight. So that it was probably loaded up from time.
Exactly.
From time, G.
Yeah, most likely. But the labels do have like pull with the DSP. So
And
it's like,
yes,
if
and the
anyone
Drake
could make
pull
it
is
happen,
different.
yeah, like they'll be like, okay, we're on it right now. Just send it instant. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We want it on our platform.
Well, that's the thing that we would have to find out. How instantaneous can you push the button on songs, right? If we had that information, which I don't know if we do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Of how instantaneous can we turn something from an idea to something being completely released on the DSPs officially, not just like some SoundCloud rapper that does it, like a officially signed Universal artist. Like, how quick can we get that process going? I came up with this idea on 12 o'clock. Can I get it up at 12 midnight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the button is pushed. You know what I'm saying?
I think they can make it happen.
You think they couldn't do that these days?
Yeah, because I feel like any DSP is going to be like, yeah, we'd love to have Drake's new release on our platform. We'll literally let us know when you send it and we'll just pre-approve it. You know what I'm saying?
So like if somebody does a song at 12 in the afternoon, they can get it done. They can get it out by 12 midnight.
I think so. Like Taylor Swift, definitely. Maybe a Beyonce. You know what I mean? Definitely not a Kanye.
I think they can. I think they can get it out from like the technical DSP standpoint, but to get it cleared from all like the like stages of command, I feel like it would be hard for them to just release a song they recorded that day.
You mentioned something too. Everything is cleared on these songs. Like I don't know how much sample heavy the songs are, or what things needed to be cleared on this, but everything is already cleared, ready to go. These are songs that he released on his Instagram. Right, but they weren't like unfinished rough songs. He's not doing the Kanye.
Exactly.
They were finished. You know, we could push the button on these songs if we wanted to. Songs,
and it's
you know
not like the song he did with Yachty, where like, okay, there's some friction with the clearance of this sample, so let's just leak it. You know what I mean? Like
that was more of like that was one of those.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
These ones, they seemed like everything was already green lit for these songs.
Yeah.
But hey, listen to them on my Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So I think it was part of a bigger plan, in my opinion. Right?
Man, the way Drake leverages his social media is unmatched.
Sick.
Like he single-handedly is like his own PR marketing, like just him using Instagram in that way or even like posting and stuff. Like it's far more effective than like hundreds of thousands of marketing dollars that some companies put behind like certain artists, you know?
Yeah. He kind of broke the matrix with that one because a lot of people need billboards to get their shit off. Like
That's
this
true.
guy could just post a story and people are like, yo, like we're already screen recording the story, reposting it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as the thing dropped on DSPs, I screen recorded that, put that up because he will create traction for other people who talk about him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all he needs to do is put the hook into the water or put the bait into the water. And will go for it and help promote him.
Exactly.
He doesn't need to do a press tour because whatever he does will become
The press
covered
tour.
by press. Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? His story is a press tour, literally,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Yeah. The man drops some little cryptic thing in the story, and everybody's like, "What does he mean?" You know? So no. I want to play one more of these things before we get off of this. What do y'all think of this?
Broad daylight, he got shot down.
There's rumors. The internet's rumors. It's not rumors like real rumors, but the internets are always saying, they've been saying that he got at Kendrick in that 21 Savage. Do you guys believe that?
You had the lyrics pulled up. Whoa.
And his manager said that it's not true.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't think so because he was so distant from the whole altercation.
Yeah.
For him to like speak on it now would be kind of like,
This is an old tune. This is not, to me, I think this is like CLB times, in my opinion. I don't know, but I think this is recorded like years ago.
Yeah. So, and even in that instance, then like, why would he be speaking about Kendrick then?
Yeah, I think the internet is reaching because like he mentioned the Pac shit.
Yeah.
And because the whole Tupac and the TaylorMade and everything like that, like the internet loves to like try to connect dots, but the dots don't connect.
Yeah, exactly.
Or no pun intended.
K dots don't connect.
Right? But yeah, okay. And last thing but not least, the housekeeping. Y'all liking that tune there with the Lotto?
Yeah, that's a vibe.
Yeah, you want to hear a little bit of it?
Yeah, let's go for it. You run to Atlanta when you need a check.
Hold on, I can't let that go, man.
Wait, Lotto's from Atlanta too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But do you think he's leaning into that? Because obviously the narrative is going to be still floating in the air. You know what I'm saying? They called him a colonizer for running to Atlanta to get a check and Ray Tay. Okay, so what? Atlanta up. There's 2 Atlanta people on this, Savage and Lotto.
And Thug.
3 Atlanta people.
So, and the only features are from Atlanta. So I feel like, yeah, he is kind of leaning into it.
It's like,
hold exactly.
That. You want more Atlanta? Here, take some more.
And then the one song that's not with any Atlanta artist, he specifically says for the 6 side. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
ooh.
6, they call it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, thank you.
It's deeper. It's deeper than you know.
Like he wrote me in his wheel. What's up?
She's spitting.
Yeah,
bro.
she went crazy. So you are glad that Drake got Lotto instead of Sexy Red?
Yes.
But Nicki Minaj is not happy about that, apparently.
Why not?
Apparently she was doing some live. She was sending some shots at Drake and apparently at Party as well. I'm not sure about Party, but it's basically about the fact that he got Lotto on this tune. And you know how Nicki is. She's super, like incredibly petty, you know? So
I keep on forgetting about girl beef. She got beef with Lotto, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta like, sometimes I gotta get refreshed on what the girl beefs are. I'm thinking, does she have beef with Ice Spice? But no, she's down with Ice Spice. Okay, so that's together.
She was down with Ice Spice, but now like they're a little bit separated.
Girl beef.
Yeah, exactly. So originally Ice Spice was kind of beefing with Lotto for Nicki Minaj, but now Ice Spice is not even.
Oh yeah,
like really with Nicki Minaj anymore. But Ice Spice and Lotto are still beefing because Lotto was sending shots saying she said something about ice. I'll make the ice melt or some shit like that.
Lame bar.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, like, you know, I don't want to be misogynistic, but like, we're so focused on niggas who are really saying some wild shit to each other that like, oh, I'm more of the fart than you're shit. And like, I'm like,
I'm more of the fart.
Like, okay, girls,
I'm the fart.
No, exactly.
Do your thing, right? I need to get it refreshed on who's beefing with who.
Okay.
And that's okay. That's why I don't even understand why Nicki Minaj would stoop down to even address these women, because she's so like God level lyricist.
Yeah.
We're like, we don't associate Lotto with Nicki Minaj, you know?
Hey, they're hot.
I feel like Nicki's been on her own throne for so long that she kind of wants to almost get back in the battlefield. She's not the relevant female rapper right now. But she's the GOAT.
Yeah.
She is the GOAT. Like, but it's just like, because she sees like the younger generation, it's almost like Michael Jordan when he retired and he went back to the NBA because he's like, yo, I can still compete with these guys.
Yeah.
If this was 2 years ago, I would agree with you, but Nicki Minaj is incredibly relevant right now. Like, she has had a resurgence, you know what I mean? And the barbs always go crazy, of course. But like that last album she dropped, like she had some singles on it that still be ringing off in the club to this day. You know what I mean?
Like new songs?
Yeah, like that. The club or the club, like that still be ringing
off.
That be ringing off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
But I feel like right now, if you're gonna talk about like the most relevant female rappers, like hottest right now, hottest is different than like best. You know what I'm saying? Hottest is like, there has to be a freshness to it. It's almost like you can't be in the game.
Nicki Minaj is definitely a top 3 hottest right now.
Is she number 1? Hottest female rapper?
She's not number 1.
Who's number 1? Sexy Red?
I'd say the hottest right now, would be Sexy Red.
Sexy Red. And then are you going to put Ice Spice? Are you going to put Lotto? Are you going to put Nicki Minaj?
I'd put Ice Spice somewhere in the top 3. Definitely. Maybe not. Maybe, yeah. She'd be in the top 3 for sure. I can't say which part.
I'd say Nicki's probably
Meg
2
Thee Stallion?
Yeah, she's like...
She has her own lane,
she's
though.
like 5.
It's weird when it comes to the women, and I don't want to get into too much of a side conversation about them, but like it becomes like who's more relevant on selling records, or are we seeing them on the gram more? Right? Like Meg Thee Stallion, she was seen on the gram a bunch, but then her first week's, or Ice Spice, same thing. You see them on the gram a bunch, but then their first week sales are just meh. Right? Where Nicki, I do understand, like her first week sales were crazy in comparison to everybody else's. Right? But she's also in the legacy act territory now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But she's not, you don't get the same feeling from Nicki as you get from Drake or Kendrick or Cole. From them being in the same class of age and all that. And she's actually even older than all them.
That is true. That is true.
Saying? Like, it seems like she's still trying to fight for her relevancy, while them people are just all just coasting on them being goats.
Yeah, she is kind of fighting for it, but
she doesn't need to, because she's a GOAT as well.
Yeah.
But she seems like she's still trying to get in the mud and fight with people that are beneath her.
Yeah.
When she doesn't need to. Like, Drake is beefing with Kendrick. He's not beefing with Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? She shouldn't be even beefing with Ice Spices and Lottos and all them. Like, she's a legacy act.
Exactly.
If she's going to be beefing with any, she shouldn't even be beefing with Cardi B, to be honest.
Yeah.
Cardi B just got to the party yesterday in comparison to her.
So Cardi B doesn't even have that like fresh, like hot right now feeling. Even when she drops, like it's kind of like, okay, we already get it, Cardi B.
But like that was her main op. Her main op was years behind her in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Her ops should only be people who've been in there at the same time. But there is no other women who've been there.
I was about to say.
Right? So who's she gonna op with? Like Queen Latifah or somebody? You know what I'm saying?
Lauryn
Hill. Right? She's the only one of her kind in that time.
Her own caliber,
right? And now there's a whole bunch of new gal. So now she want to op with all the young gal because they weren't there before.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really have anyone to definitively pass the torch to. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think like Sexy Red, she's not going to be like, she might be relevant in like the artistry sense, but is she going to be a female MC GOAT? You know what I'm saying?
No.
But she also,
no, you know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe not pass the torch, but she also didn't embrace any women, bro.
She embraced Ice Spice.
Because she had to, because the narrative was building like, how come every time a woman enters the game, you're trying to beef them?
Trying to cut their legs off.
When you had a problem with Lil' Kim doing that to you. You know?
Well, listen, man.
Shout out to the women, bro.
Shout out to the women. Besides that,
okay, Meek Mill.
Besides with the 100 gig stuff, like, so you guys are pleased with all the songs.
W 100 gigs, W Drizzy. Send some OVO gear for the boys. You know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, though, we're rocking with the 100 gigs. I am. You rocking with it?
It was 2 out of 3 for me. I didn't like the Young Thug 21 song as much. There's definitely bars in there, but like, I don't know. It just wasn't. It didn't give me the same feeling as the other 2 songs gave me. So
I give it a 3 on 3. I like the Young Thug song. That's my favorite one, actually.
Okay.
And you guys have actually swayed my opinion more on the Blue, Red, Green too.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah.
So do you think, last question about this, do you feel like the Lotto and Drake track is better than Rich Baby Daddy?
I don't think it's a bigger hit, but I like how Lotto raps better than Sexy Red. I don't have anything against Sexy Red's ability. I just like how Lotto raps better. She's more in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? She's not trying to be ratchet she's ratchet, but like she's trying to be a good rapper.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I like that. You know what I'm saying?
The effort.
But yeah, salute to Drizzy Drake on that, man.
Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose grabba, that red herring grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code WeLoveHipHop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show. Cheer. I got something that's, I guess, not related, but kind of related because it's Rick Ross is in this kind of thing.
Your boy.
Big salute to Icarus over there in the West Coast. He dropped a tune, and it's the Rick Ross diss, actually. It's called White Boy. I'll play you a snip of it.
White Boy, yeah.
Oh, that right there that y'all see on the screen?
Yeah.
That's Sam Sneak's chain. That's Rick Ross's DJ's chain.
Oh, man.
He took his DJ's chain?
Yeah, that went missing during the whole altercation months back, right? That went missing, and there was rumors like, "Oh, what happened to the chain?" Da 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 da. Here it is.
It's Rose, nigga. We can do it how you want to do it, where you want to do it.
Grandma, you was stumbling out the gate, searching for the exit, left your DJ like some bait. Directions had the chin check correct.
So they're going at Rick Ross. Do you think Rick Ross will respond?
Nah.
I hope so, but probably not. I don't think if I was his PR team, I would. Wrong Greek god, bro.
Yeah. But I didn't know that. Like, listen, obviously, like I know a little bit of behind the scenes with the whole chain thing, but
the chain is crazy though. The chain is crazy.
Like this is new.
Yeah, exactly.
That the chain is out there, right? So I don't know, man. Like I think Rick Ross's people are going to be like, oh shit.
Someone has to fend it.
Yes. It's one thing to get dissed on a song, right? But like your homie who you kind of left out there, his chain is now being shown. People were wondering where it was. Here it is now. You know what I'm saying?
But did they take the chain off him physically, or was it like in the scuffle it fell on the floor and they took it?
It doesn't matter. It
doesn't matter.
When it comes to a situation like that, once a chain is lost, whether it's the chain taken off of the neck or you lose, like the chain comes off your neck while you're getting assaulted or whatever, like it's an L on the person who lost their chain.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like we beat you up and you lost your chain. Like that's just
yeah.
Wow. It looks crazy. It looks crazy.
So I don't know. Like
if I'm Rick Ross, I don't think it's enough to respond though and make more of it. You know, I don't think Americans are super tuned into this. To be like,
yeah,
Rick Ross's DJs.
Rick Ross is tuned in. Rick
Yeah.
Ross is tuned in.
Yeah.
You got to remember who this guy represents. You know what I'm saying, or you know who he's affiliated with and stuff, right?
Oh,
so, yeah.
Oh,
so he's gotten notice that this chain is out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he could respond, but he's not dealing with the same type of issue that if he's trying to respond to the game. And actually, he's gonna have to deal with like a bunch of bloods and stuff like that if he goes to LA, if he responds to the game.
Yeah, exactly.
But like if he's a response to these guys, he's not coming back to Canada, bro.
Yeah, not
and he'll probably have some issues over there too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Rick Ross has probably heard this at this point, but I would say this. We'll close it here. Rick, I don't know. I want to see what he says.
Yeah.
I would love to see what Rick Ross has to say.
Yeah, I just want to make one more point. Shout out to Icarus.
Yes,
I actually kind of like this song. But to all you other white boys, I don't want you punching niggas and then making Instagram videos with this track. You know what I mean? This track is for Icarus only. Shout out Icarus. It is a banger. But yeah, I just have to put that disclaimer out there. You
see the racist potential of this.
I'm that white boy. Put you in your mouth, boy. I was like, wait, hold on.
Now, when he said that, I got fired up still. I'm not going to lie.
You're ready to go punch some guys, right?
Anyone.
Oh, man. Listen, man. Salute to Icarus.
I don't want any more Liam Nielsen's, you know?
I want to stay in the Canadian territory quick fast, right? We'll stay in these Toronto weeds now we'll get into. Young Lava got sentenced.
Oh, okay.
13 years.
For manslaughter?
Yeah. The Reddit got everything in this run here. I went through this whole Reddit post here. If you go deeper into the Reddit post, it even brings up the paperwork, dog.
Oh, the Can Lee.
Yeah, Can Lee, man. Can Lee's back,
bro. Once you Can Lee, it's over.
Fam, but he's sentenced 13 years now. I gotta kind of say this is kind of a W
Because he was under a lot of pressure, fam.
Was he the one that got caught in the States?
Yes.
That was driving with all the...
It was in Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
Right? If I'm not mistaken, don't kill me in the comments if I got the state wrong, okay? But it was a shooting that happened over here in Toronto.
Yeah.
He fled, went to the States. He got arrested in the States.
Yeah.
And got out under a different name.
Okay.
Like he got out of custody of the police under a different name allegedly from what I was the story, right? Also, keep in mind, there's documentary pieces on this guy.
Yeah, that's how I know about this. Through YouTube videos, like
right? Like there's a Trap Geek, an American YouTube essay guy who has like 2 million views on his Young Lava. He called him the Canada's TK.
Yeah. I've seen that video specifically.
But from that video, so let's go based off that video. They said that he got arrested out there and then got out of the custody by, I don't know, he was in jail over there and got out. And
super neat.
Right? And then when he was driving back here with 72 guns in the trunk.
Insane.
Right? They were speeding. He was with another man that had a warrant also. And they pulled him over.
At that point, you just asked him for it.
No, but this is not rare. Anytime that anybody who's been on the run, and listen, I don't want to put it out there. I might have to cut this out of the thing. I'm going to be working on a documentary of rappers that were on the run.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime you hear somebody who's on the run when they get caught, they're usually with somebody else who was on the run.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious.
It's weird like that, but it makes sense.
Yeah, like who else?
It does make sense. It does.
Yeah, who are you gonna hang out with?
Yeah,
man?
I don't think that part is super lava. No pun. I just think the part of having like 72 guns and you're speeding.
Yeah,
like,
that's a little wild.
You know what I mean? Like
72 guns after fleeing a homie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So with all that being said, right? Because that's a lot of shit we just mentioned.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
13 years is a W.
Yeah,
huge dub.
I'm not okay. I'm saying this being outside, but I'm not. Obviously, I'm mad, but I'm like, hey, this could have been way worse. You know what I mean? Like
for his life in totality, as a rap career, obviously it sucks. We're not gonna get Young Lava music in 13 years that people are gonna be like, yo.
Exactly.
And also keep in mind, 13 years might not be the whole 13.
Exactly.
You might have served. Some of the dead time might count towards it. You got to do 2/3 of your time in most cases. So he might be back in like 10.
Yeah, exactly.
9.
Do you know how old he is?
It should say somewhere in here, but I would imagine he's probably in his
Early,
late 20s.
Late 20s. Oh, okay. I was gonna say if he's in his because he's been doing music like
Young Lava's first set of tunes, even though they were very oppy, they have like 1 million+ views on them. Like that's a rarity for Toronto rappers to like drop music videos and they do 1 million views.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he's one of them, right? Even when he was on the run and like the songs that came out, those went crazy.
Oh, for real, man.
Yeah, Young Lava is like, he's definitely gonna go down as like a Toronto rapper legend.
Yeah.
Even though it's like there's good reasons and bad reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But salute to him. At least now you can see a tunnel.
Exactly.
Right? When you're going through the whole system and you're going through dead time and dealing with the provincial system and all that, you're just dealing with like a lot of uncertainty. You don't know how long your tunnel is going to be.
Yeah.
But now that he has his sentence, he can, his sentence, he can see, okay, I can plan. This is what I'm going to do with my time. Ray Tay Tay. You know what I mean? So salute to him, man.
Yeah, at least there's like somewhat closure for him now. So like you said, he could focus on like the next chapter of his life. Yeah.
Educate yourself while you're in there. Do whatever you need to do to better yourself so that in that 10 years, you come back and you're like better than before.
Yeah, exactly.
If you, I don't know about rapping, but at least you can come back and be a better man.
Yeah.
Do you think there is any chance that he can reclaim relevancy after he's done serving his time? At like, he'd probably be what, late 30s? Early 40s?
He'd probably be early 40s. I got to be honest. I don't want to be one of these guys who try to like, I don't know, blow smoke up people's asses and shit. Pause. I don't think so. Rap has a window of time that if you ain't catch that relevancy in that certain amount of time that you had, it's kind of over, in my opinion. Unless you you're consistently dropping while you're inside.
Yeah, but he has to link them Tory Lanez producers or something.
Yeah.
You know?
You have to be at that level also, like a Tory Lanez, where people can wait 10 years for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because Tory Lanez is technically around the same age as him.
Okay.
When you look at his, and Tory Lanez got 10. But Tory Lanez also has platinum records.
Yeah.
Records that went platinum while he's been inside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he just had a song that just went platinum the other day. Or hit it hit 1 billion streams the other day. That Color Violet song or something.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like he's already on a different tier. He's not underground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once again, man, salute to top, not top 5, Young Lava.
Yes, hold your head, man.
Yeah, hold your head, brother. I'm looking at the next thing on the list, top 5.
Yeah.
So I'll give you guys a quick top 5 update, right?
A little insider info.
A little insider info, right? Insider baseball. He's dealing with some messed up conditions right now over there. They brought him back to the South. Over here in Toronto because he was like out of town. They had him locked up out of town. And out of town, like there's all these people who are always like, yo, top 5s and PCs and PC. No, he's been in different places. Remember, top 5's been gone for almost 2 years. Right?
Oh, wow, it's been that long.
It's been a while now, right? So he's been to different detention centers, and they have him in GP in multiple detention centers that he's been in, okay, including the East Detention, all these different places. Right now they have him in seg, right, which is like segregation. And they won't let him go to general pop.
What's the difference between segregation and general? Is it just like
you're completely by yourself?
Oh, okay.
It's like isolated.
Is it kind of like when they send you to the hole or whatever, like type shit?
Basically.
Okay.
Right, but like that's not a humane condition to have somebody under.
No, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll always use the excuse that you're high profile, ray-tay-tay. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, like that's an inhumane type of thing to do to somebody. That like, hey, if they request to go into general pop, like let them go into general pop.
Yeah,
you know
to be secluded 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
long stretches of time.
And you're only allowed to do that in like the system, like for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I think it's like 15 days or something like that.
Yeah,
that you're allowed to keep somebody in segregation.
But that's literally a torture method.
It's a punishment.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
like you got into a fight on the range or something like that, and they sent you to segregation. They sent you to seg, and you know, think about it over there. Like you're punished.
Mm-hmm.
You're more punished than you're already punished in the jail.
It's like, yo, I'm already in jail. But it's like, if he did something, then like, I don't want to say I would understand, but then I would say they would have more reason. But if it's just because you're a high profile, it's like, you should be abiding by this person's request. You know what I mean? Like they recognize the popularity they have or whatever, and they're still requesting this, then like there's no more conversation after that.
Yeah, and the thing is, it gets dirty when it comes to this whole jail shit because these guys, the people, the what do you call them? The COs and stuff like that. They're not like older heads. There are some old head COs and stuff like that, and a lot of them become sergeants and shit. But a lot of them are young. They come from regular neighborhoods and stuff like that. They know Wagwan. They watch the Instagram and YouTube and all that shit. So they know who all these guys are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know the best places to put them so that they can be safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because they probably follow the shit more than some people that need to watch us to keep up with shit. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder how many COs are in the Torontology like Reddit, because I feel like there's so much information there and they're probably super up to date with the polys, right?
And they're not probably in there on some sneaky shit. They're probably just there like fans.
It's part of maybe it's part of their work where it's like, let's see what this ends is saying against this ends. You know,
I'm sure there are a percentage of those guys too. Like you will get paid by the CSC, Correction Services Canada, to like know more intel on these different people that come into jail. But a lot of these people, men and women, like back in the days, I've dealt with so many women back in the days who were like, I want to be a CO. And I never understood why. And these are hood chicks. You know what I'm saying? But like,
okay, yeah. Now
some of them have become COs, probably. I don't know, right? But some of them have probably become COs because if you hear it 5 times in life, maybe one of them girls became a CO.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like they're all coming from regular neighborhoods. They know to man them. They know some of these guys before they got locked up. They're like, yo, I grew up with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guys too. So like they know the intricacies. They could be just fans. Cops are fans.
That's wild.
It is true because like you even see some cops like reciting lyrics and all this next stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're definitely
humans. Man.
Yeah, they're really tapped in.
Yeah,
but the type of like disassociation you would have to create to simultaneously be pursuing this person to arrest them and enjoying their music, like you're a little twisted, like you're a little like psychopathic.
Like
in my
it's
opinion.
not for intel. It's because you enjoy it. You're just bumping it on repeat. Just to do when you're in
That's
the
kind of
gym and
sadistic
shit.
Where it's like, I can't wait to get this guy, turn it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what? Like,
no, but that's the thing. I don't think that maybe some of them are like that. Don't get me wrong. I think some of them are like that. But I think some of them don't want to pick up these guys.
Yeah.
They're disappointed when they do.
Yeah, exactly.
They're listening to their shit and they're like, I just hope all this shit is just pretend shit. And then when they pick them up for like, an M or like some drugs or something, they're like,
come on, man.
I don't know.
Oh, like I want to listen to your shit more and I have to lock you up now.
I think it depends because I feel like if you are a part of the task force that is assigned to, I guess, like drugs and crime and gangs, you probably do want to arrest these guys.
Yes.
Like you want,
you got a hard on for them pods.
Yeah, if you like pull someone over like on like a regular thing, then you're like, no, not top 5. Like I love your music, but if it's like, yo, I study your music. I know exactly who you killed. This, like, then it's like, okay, you're a little twisted a little bit,
Yeah, but the thing is, that gets twisted because you were studying the person's music, and while studying them, you started loving it.
Exactly.
It's like those movies where, like, the woman, like it's a woman and man thing, mostly like in the movies. And like they're trying to get the evil woman and they end up falling in love with the woman. Like you're getting intel on the music and all of a sudden you're like, this shit kind of bombs. Damn, I like this shit. I play this shit all the time.
You know what I do think some cops do? They'll arrest a rapper and then maybe like later on when they're working out, they'll listen to that rapper's music like as like a reward almost. Like, I don't know. I feel like it is a little weird to be like obsessively like actually enjoying someone's music, but still like trying to arrest them and ruin their life, but like also like trying to do your job.
Like Catch Me If You Can, that movie where Leonardo DiCaprio is playing that forger or whatever. Like the detective was pursuing him so long that eventually like he ended up kind of liking the guy. They built this relationship, you know what I mean? So like there could be remnants of that too,
But when it comes to top 5 with this situation, I think it's the opposite. They know him and they can win him more.
Yeah, they're trying to. Yeah, exactly.
Like they don't like.
Yeah, because that is a real thing too.
Like they all know who he is, whether they like his music or not, or whatever. Whether they're entertained by the whole storyline or not, but they're like, because you are who you are.
You know how many instructions were probably given to them from like higher up until like the chief about top 5, like. They definitely want to quote unquote teach him a lesson.
Yeah, so I want to say salute to top 5. Like, those conditions need to change for that brother. You know what I'm saying? No matter whether people, because there's people are going to be in the comments, yo, he's in jail, oh, he's guilty. Da, 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 da. It's always innocent until proven guilty, and no matter when it comes to the dealers, screw them. But
yeah, exactly.
When them are in jail, until they're proven guilty. And even when, you can't have them under inhumane conditions.
Exactly.
Facts.
Because the point of jail is to rehabilitate people.
Yes.
So, like, what are we really doing here? Are we trying to get these people prepared for society?
Yeah.
Or are we trying to deteriorate them?
I don't think the point of jail is to rehabilitate people.
That's supposed to be the point of jail.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was straight up punishment.
It's supposed to. You're supposed to.
I didn't know like that was actually like their mission.
That's how they sell it to the public. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the thing is, and in closing, before we get off of this, it depends, right? Because like I feel like I got rehabilitated from jail. I used the resources that were available to me. When I got to the pen, I got my forklifting license and. I was working as an electrician assistant and stuff like that. Like I try to use my time and like learn more, but not everybody does that shit.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And then it made me feel like when I got home, I'm like, I never want to go back there again.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
But I've met people who don't have that same mentality. So it's not jail that's helping to change them from doing crime. There's a deeper issue to prevent them from getting into crime in the first place that has to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's still on you. And before we get off this topic, is it possible to see a We Love Hip Hop top 5 interview from jail?
Possibly. We've spoke about it a bunch of times, but the thing is, like, I want him, and this is just me on my side, I want him to go through all of the stuff that he has to deal with so that any conversation that we have publicly doesn't affect his case in any way.
Yeah, it doesn't jeopardize. Yeah.
Right?
That's fair.
I don't want any interviews to be used again in anybody's court cases.
Again.
It wouldn't be the first time. Right?
Wow.
But yeah, salute to Top 5.
Salute.
I got one more thing here. I think I want to put it under, if I could find my sound effects. Sometimes I'm bad finding these sound effects. Under the mod ting of the week. Okay.
Mod ting.
I'll find that sound effect.
Mod ting of the week.
Mod ting, what's that called? A mod shorty?
Oh, I got one. I got it.
Mod ting, thinking of mod ting.
Mod.
So there's this DJ, it's labeled white DJ, gives 900 black women. Yeah, because he's giving it. Oh, this is why it's labeled white DJ. 900 black women HIV.
Oh my
in Carolina.
God.
They're one of the Carolinas.
He's on a mission.
So I'll play this.
Your boy.
Ladies, gotta stop going out there to these clubs and these parties, getting pissy drunk, and you don't know who you wind up home with. Y'all going home laying up with random men cause you under the influence and you don't know what's going on. They got sick-minded men out here plotting to take advantage of you, man. They not just sick-minded, they sick. They got that shit. And see, the sad part is, a lot of y'all think just because a man is a different color or a different culture that they safe. But just because they're a different shade of gray don't mean they safe.
We love hip-hop.
South Carolina man named Jason Roger Pope, 42 years old, popularly known as DJ Kid, who knowingly has HIV, has been charged with committing multiple offenses against over 900 women and young girls, some as young as 13 years old.
Oh my God.
Pope, aka DJ Kid, is HIV positive, and all of his victims are African American women and girls, man. Despite the revelation of this disturbing detail, Mr. Pope is currently facing no charges for intentionally infecting these women with HIV.
Whoa.
This sick-in-the-head man has openly bragged on social media about infecting over 600 black women and young girls with the virus on purpose.
That young man, ain't
They
that
found text message in his phone when they arrested him that said he took pride in infecting black women with HIV because he was hoping that they'll pass the virus on the black men. The well-known DJ put together an evil plan systematically to knock off African
He was next to Cardi B in that picture.
American people with HIV. He is currently locked up
boy.
and sentenced to 19 years in prison. But for some strange reason, they ain't charging him with the crime of intentionally infecting hundreds of black women with HIV though. Now check this out. I don't care if a man or a woman.
Okay. I'm over this guy.
So
Salute
he's-
to Nino Brown 305 that I got this from here.
He's charged for that now.
Yeah, he's charged for infecting women, but let me look up this guy on
They should
YouTube.
charge him with a hate crime.
Yeah,
because it's way more targeted and intentional than just like infecting by accident, quote unquote. Like he's
Yeah.
targeting, and he has they have evidence suggesting that he's targeting them, and he takes in order for them to spread it to the bro. And he's probably playing black music too. That is
I was
much.
about to say, in all the pictures, he's literally dressed as he's from the culture and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's absolutely insane. He's taking pictures with all these figureheads from the culture. Yeah, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't even think he should get jail time. I think straight up death penalty.
So white DJ accused of
Sex
trafficking, nearly 700 black girls sentenced.
That is a totally different charge, though.
Right. So South Carolina man received a reduced sentence after pleading guilty to having with prostitutes, hundreds of black girls, and Atlanta Star reports. Jason Roger Pope, as the guy mentioned before, also known as DJ Kid, pleaded guilty to 5 counts of trafficking of minors, 5 counts of criminally conduct, and 3 counts of criminal conduct last summer. The charges stemmed from Pope's trafficking of minors. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to blank a lot out of this. From 2017 to 2019, including 693 under the age limit. Thanks. I'm gonna have to blank that.
sorry. I'm freaking out.
Prosecutors and Pope also unintentionally infected one of the victims with HIV. Okay, so he didn't infect 900 women with HIV. Yeah. Pope was sentenced to 30 years in prison, but the sentence was suspended to 19 years following the release from prison. Pope will be on a S offender probation and 5 years for special S offenders against monitoring agents monitoring him. Oh shit! So he's gonna have agents monitoring him? That's crazy. So okay, so here's some more facts. I don't know if these are complete facts because this is courtesy of the Pittsburgh Courier, but this is a news publication. They're saying he infected one woman, but he was trafficking women. So that's why they gave him 20 years reduced down to 19.
Yeah, that's it's a sick world we live in, you know what I mean?
Or 30 years reduced to 19, my bad.
Okay. Yeah, that's absolutely sick, bro. Like, I feel like that's kind of like attempted M. If you're knowingly giving like a life-altering disease to somebody, like that's just, I feel like that's close to attempted M, bro.
1 or 900, no matter what the number is, even though this Miami DJ guy was like way off.
Yeah.
Because 900 is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
1 is still crazy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're saying he intentionally.
Yeah. Because even if you body one person, that's still an M. You know
that's
what I
murder.
mean? So like,
or you're giving them a life sentence that they're gonna have to, they might die.
Exactly.
Right?
But yo, that just goes back to our conversation yesterday, Natural. Like most DJs, you have to have another job. So this guy was trafficking women on the side because the DJ cannot trafficking, but that is terrible. He's trafficking
693.
And especially the age thing and specifically the race. And like, I feel like the truth is in between this and like what we just saw, because I don't think he would just infect one girl. If you're dealing with that many girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's likely a lot higher. Probably a lot of girls don't want to like come out and be like,
I don't think it's 900, but I feel like it's probably like 200. Something crazy.
Yeah.
Like I don't think, like, cause like the number that he was trafficking, they said 693. That's a lot, man.
Yeah, that's a lot in 2 years.
In 2 years, fam. So
You're
telling me he only tried to intentionally infect one person?
Yeah, that's two.
That's what he got caught for.
Yeah.
He probably tried way more, and there's just like, remember, they got him now, but there's probably way more layers to the case that haven't completely come out.
Exactly.
More people that would want to come forward that probably just don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And in the video that we were watching, just look at the amount of people he was next to.
Yeah.
NBA Youngboy, Cardi B,
Young M.A.,
all these different stars. So he's definitely entrenched in the hip hop community. He's not like maybe a lot of people could take pictures of people, obviously.
Yeah.
But he was probably like a real hip hop, like a staple in his South Carolina area. You know what I'm saying? Like the go-to DJ.
Yeah, because he has the minor escorts, if you want. Like, I feel like he was doing both. Like, he was DJing as a front to solicit these girls to these celebrities.
On some Wayfair, allegedly, you know?
Allegedly.
But,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy, bro.
Mosh up, bro.
I would say, like, okay, even with all these PDF file catches, you know, which I think they're all real. Because who would be an actor for that?
Yeah.
In front of a viewer of 100,000 people.
You're not gonna get a better part later on in the future for being a PDF in a skit.
A real life live.
So like, I feel like, has this always been prevalent, or is this just because of social media we see like the problem that has been going on? You know what I mean? Because,
well, with that, I think it's always been prevalent, and social media helped to like amplify it more and shed light on it, because like we, as a kid, there's always been like stranger danger, don't get into people's vans and all that, so people have always been moving mucky, right? But even with this guy here, this is not social media stuff that got out. This is like a whole like trafficking ring that this guy had going on. Like, for the amount of numbers that he had going on, like he was trying to keep this on the low, and this got exposed somehow.
And I feel like who was he trafficking these people to? You know what I mean? Because he's around all these people in the industry.
That's the creepy part.
You know, because we hear all these rumors about like sacrificing. Now, I don't want to go too, you know, I don't want to go too, I don't want to go too crazy, you know what I mean? But,
out,
like,
man.
with the whole Epstein thing, like, was he just one of the foot soldiers for like a bigger cabal? You know what I mean?
Yeah. He might have been sending them off to a bigger place, to an island, all type of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like,
and you know, he's the complexion for protection when it comes to that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? He's a white DJ.
Your boy.
Oh, shit.
Your
a fellow compadre. Nah. But you know what's interesting? The amount of information this guy has over other people, especially if it's some type of blackmailing situation. Like he could be like, yeah, I trafficked this girl to Diddy. I trafficked this girl to Nia, or like any name, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I think this has always been prevalent, not just like with like trafficking minors, but also like STDs in like the Hollywood circle. Like I heard a lot of them have that. You know what I'm saying? HIV specifically. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, maybe this is their way of like, you know, they can hook up with what, you know what I'm saying, but still have what they had. You know what I'm saying?
Introduce you to a weird club.
Yeah, it's just scary, man. And I hope justice is delivered on this guy, because that's disgusting.
It's kind of not and kind of is, right? Because 30 years, okay, that's what they want to give him, but it got reduced to 19. So he'll touch road in 19 years. Let's say, I guess if he gets good time in the States, he can get out in like 15. And he's gonna have to be on a registry, and he's gonna have agents on him after that. So they're trying to do that. He's such an offense that look at all of the steps that they're taking. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna be on a registry, obviously, like everybody else has to be. Yeah. But then they're also gonna have agents watching him.
Yeah,
like he must be like freaking like a monster demon, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You could put Secret Service just to make sure.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what the hell did they? I'm glad that they got this guy, man, but they needed to keep him for 30.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. This last thing before we get off the DJ thing, but with the DJs, and I don't want to mention any names because I got a DM and I didn't answer. Did y'all hear about the DJs that were moving Mucky out here as the DJ, part of the DJ community?
100%.
What are y'all thoughts on that?
Yeah, what are your thoughts, Natural?
I don't want to mention any names, but there's 3. Okay,
there's 3. Could I mention names that rhyme with the names?
Sure.
Okay, so there's
I can't wait for this.
Oh my goodness.
Who's it? Ratty P. That's the main one, right? That's the main one. There's Petro. We're not talking about the station. We're not talking about the gas.
Oh my lord. Okay. I forgot that I'm in the DJ community. I don't know what kind of DJ beats be rolling around.
And it's funny because like I actually know some of these guys.
That's why I'm asking you guys, man, because I'm there reporting about it on live. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm here dolly, right? And sometimes Zar be watching the lives, but I know you'd be like, let me just stay away from some of these stories. Probably
well, the thing is, like, I'm in like a different DJ community because I'm in the wedding DJ community. This is more up natural.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And to be honest, like with the first guy that I mentioned, like I actually know him. You know what I mean? Like we worked together and all this stuff. So like when first allegations were coming out, you know what I mean? Like, I really wasn't believing it because I know his character. I haven't seen anything weird from him. You know what I mean? Like, and even with the other guys, like, I haven't seen anything out of pocket from them, so I can't speak on them. But with the first guy that I mentioned, like, when more and more allegations started coming out, like, women started actually coming to me and telling me things.
Wow,
bro. Okay, should I say this?
I know. I was gonna mention it, but like, it's not my story to tell.
Okay, bro. Just because
talk the things.
I with this podcast, you know what I mean? When no other podcast want to fuck with natural, y'all, you know what I mean? So pause. So
let's go.
Okay, there was one time I was DJing a semi-formal. Semi-formal, that is high school students. I'm DJing this semi-formal. I do an amazing job. The semi-formal's done. I'm packing up my DJ gear. I'm getting ready to leave. As you should. When you're done DJing for the youth, then you leave. one of the organizers comes up to me. Natural, you did such a great job. We're so happy. You did better than the DJ last year. I'm like, oh, who DJ'd last year? Like, blah, blah. They're like, oh, it's the guy that I mentioned first. Oh, he played
reacted.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, like, so wagwan, like, what did he do? Oh, the music was bad, blah, blah, blah. You didn't really play for us, da, da, da. And then after when he was done, he was like trying to chop the girls, get their numbers. And bro, I was so perplexed. I'm like, wait. This school that I'm at right now, this high school, you are telling me that this, I think it was probably like 21, 22 at the time. He was trying to chop the shotties here. Yo, dog. So when I heard that story, I'm like, okay, you know the TikTok where we have to take a giant step back? Yeah, I'm like, I cannot associate because that was absolutely insane, bro.
Wow.
So when I'm just like, okay, maybe the allegations are, and the fact that there's like paperwork now.
No, there's arrest now. Yeah.
There's paperwork, bro. So it's like, yes, I do know we have worked together. You know, I don't really care if I burn bridges because like at the end of the day, like this shit is not acceptable, bro.
No, it's not. That's a crazy story. So it gives me questions in my brain. How does now, can a DJ ever come back into the community? Like not even in a y'all community, like group chats and stuff. Like, I mean, like play again. Like, will people ever hire any of those 3 DJs?
I think they will.
I would say it depends on the outcome of the case. You know what I mean? But like right now, I don't see them booked on anything. You know what I mean? Like right now.
Yeah.
So like maybe by next summer, we'll kind of see what the temperature will be for them. But
yeah, they'd have to make sure that they're innocent of all charges.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, or all charges are dropped, right? And then 2, that is promoted.
Exactly.
Because it's low key, it's a hot story. I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
Like I put a clip up on it and I was like, oh, this is doing better than I thought. People are really interested in this, right? And like, you know, it sucks that like, you know, it's something that gets traction, but like at the, you know, the dismay of somebody else. But when it comes to certain things, I don't give a shit.
You know, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when it comes to the youths or when it comes to, you know, trying to take the pussy and shit like that. Exactly. Yo, bro. Or a combination of both, anything like that. I'm like, bro.
And yo, like, I am
no sympathy for me.
Bro, we are DJs, so like, this looks bad on all of us, especially
That's what I'm saying.
Being a black DJ, being a dancehall DJ. Like, we're already looked at as a certain way. So like, this is adding more shit to our belt, like adding more dirt on our name and
it
shit.
makes it harder for you guys to get work too.
Exactly.
When that type of smut is going around.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, I just wanted to get your opinion on that. Like I saw that and I was like, I don't know. Like once there's paperwork is one thing. Allegations, I won't do a story if it's just allegations.
Exactly.
Okay, that's I won't throw somebody under the bus, quote unquote, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because an allegation people can lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I never really spoke on it before, because there was only allegations, you know what I mean? And once the paperwork starts coming and like women are giving me their personal testimonies and stuff.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus
then
Christ.
It's just like, come on, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I can get your thoughts on that, man. No salutes going around over there. I think we got it for today. Man. Let me run some music for the road here.
We love hip hop.